People gonna get drunk. They're gonna be busting bottles over each other's heads. Guns gonna come out. Niggas gonna get the, bucking. You already know. It already started last night.
Yeah.
So you already know tonight's gonna be the same shit, man.
Right. To land back up what you're saying, I looked up the word fanatic in the online Edom. It says fanatic, a noun, 1520s. It says insane person, mad, inspired by a god, furious, mad, pertaining to a temple, because like they worship these players. Hey, Jake will have a whole house, it's like a whole room dedicated to what? To some what's a team that Jake like? The Cowboys or something, man. They'll have a whole room dedicated to the Cowboys, man.
They cups.
Yeah. Cups,
They got the
shirts, jerseys, man. They got the
flags.
They on their cars.
Get their names tatted on them.
Hey, I've seen Jordan and different other people. Speaking of sports figures, that now Salaki, it made me think about a video. I think it was on a Camp Here chat not long ago. He was like, man, this means something to me, man. Like talking about his team. Dude was crying. I think because the team lost. I don't know what the situation was, but you could tell he was caught up in that sports world. You get too deep in that, watching all the Stephen A videos and all the debates, you get caught up in it, and people really be feeling a certain way about it.
What was the god of victory?
Nike. Yeah. Here you go.
Hey, Jake go what? Jake go look up the stats. They know players' heights, weights, birthdays.
Habits.
Who they married to and shit.
Yep.
They get personal with this stuff, man.
Put that money on them?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, well, hey, so-and-so gonna go first round this year. You ain't heard about him? He in high school right now, but he picking these top 3 colleges. That's what Jake really gets into, man. And that becomes what they start worshiping. That's all they see. They can't see out of it. That's their life.
I don't know if it was the word worship, but it basically is what you begin to put your devotion and your energy towards.
That's a religion.
That becomes a religion.
Yeah, it says pertaining to a temple, festus. It says going to the word feast.
Oh, real quick, Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. It says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
It says better to go to the house of mourning. Why? Because when you're in the house of mourning, hey, for example, if you're in the mind state of thinking and understanding that, hey, you could be put in the worst position, hey, but understanding that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to bring you out of it, hey, well, that's you prepping your mind for the things to come. But if you always have it in your mind that, oh, I'm worried about partying, I'm worried about bullshit, well, when the horrible event happens, guess what? You're caught off guard because you weren't warned, man. You weren't forewarned. That's why the scripture goes into an hour. I believe it's in the book of Sirach. It says an hour of
affliction,
making the man forget pleasure.
That's the 11th chapter.
Because that's the truth, man. Once you're in the deep of the hell, guess what? You're not worried about once you're in the thick of it, and you're not worried about this woman no more. You're not worried about go celebrating this and doing that bullshit, man. You're worried about, okay, what I gotta do to survive. But at that point, it's too late. Because ultimately, if you're not on if Yahweh Shem Shai isn't on your side, hey, you ain't gonna make it through. It's I'm gonna go to the word feast. It says feast off of fanatic, secular celebration with feasting and entertainment, religious anniversary. It's like an anniversary, characterized by rejoicing rather than fasting. That's crazy to say it. Hey, cause what? Understand that fasting tends into the spirit. Hey, for you to grow, man. Cause what? You're cutting off the physical act of eating in order to grow spiritually, man. Hey, it's like mortifying your members, right?
Afflicting your spirit.
Exactly. It says religious festival, holiday, market, fair, noise, a racket, jest, and fun. Hey, which that's not the times that we're into, man. Hey, when you go into the book of Ecclesiastes 3, it tells us there's a time of war and a time of peace. Hey, right now we're not in the time of peace, man. This is the time of war and the time of hate. Hey, because that's what your enemy is giving towards you.
Yeah, he trying to kill it, man. He trying to kill you off, man. He's trying to take you off the game.
And he trying to enslave you in the metaverse.
Man.
Right.
He want to slave trade you in the metaverse, man. So no matter where you go, even virtually, you under the curse, man.
Yeah.
Even virtually, man. It's not our rest at all. Arise, you and depart, for this is not your rest.
Got Esau got a thing. It just happened on me and the brother Paul was talking about it. He has basically like a link. You know how you got the NFTs and all that. Hey, well, he's created something called a meta slave, man. Where basically they're selling pictures of Jake, and they're gonna have them as slaves in the metaverse.
Yeah, NFT is basically digital art.
Kind. Yep.
I got a brief.
Kind. That's pretty much it
I
on
have
that.
1 Peter 4:1, it says, "For as much then as a Mashiach have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind, for he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries." That's
going on right
that's
now.
going on today.
Super Bowl parties, all that shit.
And then you're about to have so-called Valentine's tomorrow, which goes back to Lupercalia. That's another Roman god, the Roman god of purification, I think, or something to that effect. You know, showing you that we back in Rome. This is Rome all over again.
Spiritually.
Spiritually.
And you know they at least got to push these holidays so hard because the world is falling apart. So they got to keep these people's minds in a state of delusion. You know, delusion in these holidays.
Kind. As long as they feel comfortable, then they feel as if it's no problem. They don't feel like nothing is wrong, man. Like you're in a trick bag ultimately, because Esau is devising all different types of wickedness to entrap you, and you focused on a pig skin being thrown around, man, or getting your girl some flowers.
And wasn't crack supposed to be the worst thing ever in history to our people? But now the president giving it out.
Yeah, they're giving out the kids.
Free.
Yeah.
Free.
You gotta make your own crack, but here go the pipes.
Yeah, he's giving out like $400,000 grants that total up to like 30 million, 35 million.
Toward that.
Yeah, towards crack pipes.
Maybe he thought about his own son when he thought about that.
Right.
Crackhead Hunter.
Crack pipes, they use it for meth.
Yep.
You know, and they use the excuse like they don't want some fucking shit. I read
Equity or something.
Some equality.
Yeah.
racial
Equity.
equality, but they don't want the spread disease, shit like that. It's like,
Then when people sharing crack pipes and needles.
Hey, like you say, bro, the devil always got an ulterior motive, man.
Yep.
What type of fucking leader is gonna give his person or give his nation, you know, a catalyst in order to fuck themselves up, man? It's only in this society will you have that happen, man.
why not spend that money and those resources to help those people get off drugs or put them in programs? What do? It's basically giving you a slower death. Let me help you. Let me help you kill yourself.
Come on, bro.
That's what this devil's doing.
Yeah.
But our people, they run to this damn devil for everything. One of all things, Esau got the answers. Esau don't know shit. Esau can't even get himself out of the trick bag that he's in with the Most High. You know? I got a free. If no one had it.
Okay.
This is the Rock 10 and no, read yours, bro. I think mine's in 14, so
Go ahead.
this is the Rock 14 and 7. Actually, yeah, I've already had 5. Now I want the point 7. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?
Yeah.
He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and that is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly.
Right. The scriptures say if he do it good, he do it unwillingly, man. Because why? Hey, Esau never does anything to benefit anyone else, man. It's all to make sure that he continues to have that edge and that rank over you. Something like this, hey, the average person will look at it and be like, oh, well, you know, He's trying to make sure that diseases don't spread. Hey, but when you look at it spiritually, he don't care what they go through, man. He hopes more and more death happens to him. That's why he's giving them the tools to kill themselves. Only a devil would do that, man. Hey, because we understand that this devil, one of his main goals is to depopulate.
And he's killing it. He's killing off his own. Yeah. He's being wicked, killing off his own. And it's no coincidence that they're trying to put you Israelites back on crack and all these other drugs. At the same time, their race is bugging out over opioids.
Yeah.
You know? But Esau's trying to balance it out. Like, you don't get these niggas back on crack while our people are dying off. It don't work like that. These curses is coming upon you and your people. And you can't do shit about it. I'll finish this verse. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. Yeah. And he gonna see what Esau is all about when it's all said and done. You're gonna see that all his witchcraft and wicked devices that he put forth to seem like something righteous and good for you is nothing but to destroy you at the end of the day.
I was just, before we left the old man, we used to be addicted to a lot of things, women, whatever some people. There's a real addiction, like it says in the Ecclesiasticus, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it's the intro of the Ecclesiasticus where it says, was drawn on also him to write something pertaining to learning and wisdom, to intent that those which are desirous to learn and are addicted to these things, So, this should be the
real addiction.
Nothing got me out of whatever we were addicted to before, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But this is our addiction.
Call the chapter. The chapter
it was in the prologue.
It was in the prologue.
Yeah.
That's a good. That was good.
Yeah.
This should be your only addiction.
Because we spoke about your eye. We spoke about your eye being single, man. That means what? Focused. Hey, Sophia is our first woman. We're lovers of wisdom. What is that word? Lovers of wisdom. What's the main word of it?
Sophia.
Is it Sophia?
Lover.
Yeah, kind. Sophia. It is Sophia. Yeah, lover of wisdom, man. That's exactly what we are.
It's like philosophy.
Philosophy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Kind. Water, bro. Water.
Sophia just means wisdom.
Yeah.
Right.
Philosophy. That's what it is right there. Yeah, man. We're lovers of wisdom. Understanding that being addicted to this, hey, this is not a bad addiction, man.
And it's really lovers of truth, because that's what we're seeking, and that's what we're proclaiming, the truth. It's not our opinion. It's the truth of Yahweh Shem Shai, our power and his only begotten Son. If it wasn't the truth, it would be a lie. And we've been lied to our whole fucking lives by this devil. All right, and their witchcraft, their school system, everything has been a lie. So once you hear this truth, it's like a breath of fresh air. Like, what? We the Israelites? I'm not black. I'm not Mexican. I'm not Latino. You like, damn. And then you want to, when you find out this wisdom, you want to search more and dig deeper into it.
Scripture is saying, Proverbs 1, a wise man will attain unto wise counsels.
Can I get this real quick? This is Proverbs, real quick. Proverbs 5 and verse 9. And it says, in Proverbs 5 and 19, it says, let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love.
Hey, kind.
In other words, be addicted to it.
Bro, Jake reading it be like...
That's talking about wisdom, man.
Kind,
The way you obsess over a woman, obsess yourself with this wisdom.
Kind.
This is an addiction.
That's right.
The world, they're addicted to witchcraft. They're addicted to fleshly pleasure. That's why it said that in Romans the 8th chapter. He that minded things of the flesh, he that minded things of the flesh, versus go to. They that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, and those after the spirit, the things of the spirit.
God, hey, Jake in the world, they read that, they'll think it's talking about an actual woman, man. depressed and all that. Well, no, the scriptures talk about how precious. Hey, we understand that wisdom was the first woman, man. Hey, and multiple times in the scriptures when it's saying she, for example,